let's archive some collections. Okay, let's stop being dramatic. Today I was at work and I decided that I'm going to do something extremely extreme and extremely dumb, and that is I am going to collect OT24 NCT. Now, let me explain myself. I'm not collecting every photo card set for OT. I'm only collecting the photo books. So, like the regular standard editions. No, and some digipack sets. Like the Candy digipack set. Candy, there's certain albums that I will be collecting the entire sets of, and Candy's one of them. Because the Candy cards are just so cute, and Candy's my favorite album. But especially for groups like Wish, I'll only be collecting the Korean presses for the whole group. So for their debut album, I'll be collecting. And while I'm talking, as you see, I'm doing this. I'm taking these. Oh, these are the fillers I pulled in my most recent storing photo card video. But they still have the sticky notes on them. So I'm taking the sticky notes off of them so that we can reuse, and recycle today for this, because I know I'm gonna need about 1,000 fillers. But the reason I put the 17 binder is because, as you see, sorry, I just took the camera. As you see, it's blue. 17 is not going anywhere. I'm just moving them into a new binder. But what is going somewhere is the girl groups. Now, let me explain myself real quick. I am going to be doing a little bit of moving around, and I'm going to be combining some binders together. Now, I love how I had everything set up so perfectly before my mid-year binder flip through. And by the time we get around to the end of year flip through, it's going to be a completely different collection than it was at the beginning of the year or at the mid-year. But that is because I have made some decisions, and there are just some groups that have recently had comebacks or have comebacks coming up that I'm not even excited about. And that does include some JYP groups, by the way. But we're not going to touch the JYP binder. We're going to leave it at what it is, and we're going to collect what's already set up. But anyways, we'll get into all of that in a minute. So let me go ahead and finish these fillers off camera, and then we will be back to start the moving. So I did kind of want to talk for a second because I'm currently editing my storing photo card video for August while I'm doing this. And I said something in here. I said, and it was the line when I was doing the ITZY. If you watched all the way through to ITZY, then you know. I said, if I put as much effort into ITZY as I do with NCT, then I would be caught up. That is a true statement, because I really don't be giving that much energy to all my other collections. And that's honestly one of the main reasons why I'm even doing this video. The warning sign of this video should have been the Let's Be Delusional video. This one right here, where I set up for OT7 Wavy and started setting up for my other, like, this binder, which has a bunch of pages already, which we need to take out because I want to put all of my pages off to the side. And the first thing we're gonna put in here is the divider / cover. I am gonna keep Mark on the front for now because I don't have anything for the group that doesn't have that thing's face on it. So yes. Speaking of, I am going to kind of address it in this video, but not really. Just because I want y'all to watch this video, and I know some people don't want to hear about it. But now that we are about a week and a half, a week and some change removed from the situation, I feel it's just about time I let my opinions be known. But at the same time, like I told my mom today, I'm going to mind my business until it becomes my business. Now, what I mean by that is we're gonna put, how many pages do I want to put? We're gonna put that much. No, Jordan, it's just the album cards. The rest of them are going in the other binder. Oh, then maybe I don't want to put these. We'll keep these actually in the other binder. So I just thought about it. I'm only putting like group, like the standard editions, not the entire set. So yeah, we'll just keep those in the other binder because these are going to be set up for the groups individually anyways. Like eventually I'm going to make covers for them. I just am thinking about potentially just buying another album version. Or you know what? For 127, we'll use Walk. I only have 4 of them, plus the podcast, plus the poster. So I think I have enough. I spent way too much money on Walk. Anyways, let me go ahead and put you guys into time lapse while I sort out all of these fillers and figure out what fillers we need to make. Okay guys, so we are back. And I just finished sorting all of the fillers and photo cards, and to think this is how big the stacks are before we put them in the binder. And before we have to make more fillers. But I still don't regret it. So let's go ahead and get this put. I'm gonna put what I have away now. And then when I'm done with that, we'll make some fillers. Okay, so I just finished, hold on. I just finished putting all of the fillers in here. So we have some work to do. We do. We have a lot of work to do. We have to make fillers for Yuta, Doyoung, Jungwoo, and Haechan from literally debut forward. Although I have it set up here like this, and I don't think this is accurate because I don't think Jungwoo or Johnny was they were not a part of debut, right? No, so this is gonna be a very weird page because it's gonna be Taeyoung, Yuta. I gotta redo this, hold on. Let's redo this together. So, let me go ahead and just do these fillers real quick while we're here. I was gonna do all the fillers at once, and we still will, but I just wanna do this first page to have like a template for this beginning, because right now my brain cannot process what I'm looking at. Okay, well for starters, Taeyoung is gonna go here. Then it's Yuta. So Taeyoung, Yuta, Jaehyung. Oh, it's a 6 pattern. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, I was really... Oh, that's right, they debuted as 7 with Thou Who Should Not Be Named, and then it was... Then they added Johnny for Cherry Bomb. I never thought there would be a day I would be collecting Haechan, but here we are. Not because of any reason, it's just Haechan's never been one of my biases. The last like week and a half though, I've been really like slowly falling for Haechan. I don't know why. Well, I know why. He's been all over my timeline. So then for Cherry Bomb, we go down here and it's Johnny, Taeyong, Yuta, Doyoung. Why did I flip these two around so bad? Oh, it's a 7. Okay. I don't know why. What am I doing? Wait, hold on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's an 8 pattern. That's why this is weird. It's an 8 pattern. Like, why is this so weird? And then what does it do for regular? Regular is when we go to 9. These two still need to be switched though. And then regulate is also a 9. And then after regulate, we're down to 8. And then we stay 8 pretty much forever. OT8 till the end. Together forever. There we go. So we will make fillers for this in a minute. So yeah, I did want to just figure that out. So, because those first couple albums, there was lineup changes like every comeback. Now it's time for Dream, although I don't know if I have enough pages. We're about to find out. Finished putting the fillers that I have already into the Dream binder. So let's do a little flip. Honestly, I think I'm gonna wait and do the rest of the fillers tomorrow. Just mostly because I don't really want to do them right now, to be honest. Because I don't want to do them right now because I have to do these ones and I have to do the other ones. But yeah. So let's do a little flip. Oh, I did do. Okay, I don't know why I fully convinced myself that I missed an entire. Oh, because I think I thought that Cafe 7 Dream, like those cards were for glitch mode, but they were actually for hot sauce. And then Beatbox is good. Candy, I think once I start buying these cards, I think I'm just gonna go through their Pokemarket. Yeah, and buy whatever cards are cheap. No, I think we're gonna do Dreamscape and ISTJ first. And Candy, because I already own those three. And then we'll start going backwards from there. Because I do intend on trying to buy all of their albums. And one of the good things about doing OT is no poll is a bad poll. And we young. Because again, I started that. So that was all of that's all of the fillers in here for now. And that's gonna be all for this. I'm gonna film the rest of this video later. Either tomorrow or the day after. But anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow. Hey guys, welcome back. So it is now like 2 days after the last clip. And yeah, I just got home from work. I'm a little tired, but we're gonna get this done. We are going to get this done. So yeah, first we are going to go into these two binders and figure out where we need to make fillers. Actually no, first we're gonna go into the wavy binder, make sure I got everything set up the way I want it. Then we're gonna go into the 127 and Dream binders and make sure that they're set up the way we want them. And then after that, we are going to go into the NCT1 and the NCT2 binders. So the two binders that existed before this. And we're going to make sure that they're set up. NCT2, think I'm gonna set that one up for full group. Or maybe I'll set it up, no, we'll set it for full group. And then full group and maybe Wish. We might keep Wish in the big binder. I do need to figure out where I'm gonna put Mark though. I could put Mark in NCT2. I could put him, not me putting him back where he was. That's kind of funny. That's the binder he came from. That's the binder he started in. Was the very small binder. Well, it started out as a NCT binder, then it became the Mark binder, and now it's going to become something else. But anyways, we are going to just get right on into this. So let's go to move these two out of the way. I do need to figure out like a poster for the Dream binder. So there's not much I want to do in here necessarily. I do want to add a divider here. So let's go ahead and grab this binder. This is my one of my old binders when I was like still in school, like elementary school. And I've been using it to hold like sheet protectors. And then I have this one that's also similar to this, but it's a bit thicker. It's like a 1-inch binder. And that's where I keep all my extra pages, which is empty right now because I used them all for this binder. So, because I want to put like something here, like a divider. And I think we're gonna do some deco at the end of this video as well. And then we are going to, I just want to make sure I have everything in here right. I don't love how they have green fillers, but honestly, maybe for Awaken the World and like Take Over the Moon sequel, we'll worry about it. But yeah, this Henry card, I need to get it. I put all of these into my wish list as well, but now that I saw that, I need to remember to add that to my wish list for Wavy. And then on Pokemarket, and then I have these OC6 spreads. Is there anything in here that needs to be like changed out? Anything of that sort? I don't believe so. Oh, I did want to change the way I laid this out though. Yeah, because I want all my OT25 spreads to be T's. But I did also want to do something with this. So let me get all of the fillers out real quick. Every one of these fillers is coming out for the entire Give Me That, because I have a plan in my head. The one thing I realized I watched back the beginning clips of this video, or I am watching them back because I'm starting to edit it on my iPad while I'm doing this. But I did notice that I didn't mention what I was doing with this. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm only collecting, well, I may have mentioned it, but I'm not quite sure. But I'm only collecting like photo books for the entire all 20 plus members. So like for Wish, I'm gonna collect all of the like letter versions, all of the photo book versions. That's why they're not getting their own binder yet. Now, once they get as many comebacks and albums as some of the other groups, then I will. So probably sometime late next year they might get their own binder, but for right now they're gonna go into NCT 1. And then but for Wavy specifically, I am gonna be collecting full group for the every version, just because they are one of my ults and they are like my top unit. Speaking of yesterday, guys, for the first time in a while, the first time since all of the Thou Who Should Not Be Named situation happened, like came out, for the first time since all of that, I finally was able to listen to Two Baddies. I haven't listened to Two Baddies since the day that news broke. I just took these all out of order, so let me go ahead and put them back into order real quick. By concept. S-Many. These are all digipacks. Boxes. Photo book B. And photo book A. Okay, so. Coon's gonna go on top. Okay, maybe if I flip the page over. We'll put those in a minute. 10's gonna go here. Zaojun in the middle. Hendery. And Yang. Then for photo book B, I'm just gonna grab them in random order based upon however they are here. I liked the other layout, but I've been seeing a lot of people who are doing tees, and I like this better. 10. And then this one goes here. I don't know why I was doing that. Then we need the digipack. So Coon's digipack's gonna go here. And then 10. Yang goes on the bottom down here. Zaojun and Hendery. This will also help me save pages because I don't have enough pages for all of this yet. And honestly, if I really want to, I might go through and double side the entire no, we're not gonna do that. The backs aren't that interesting, so maybe, but I'm acting like this binder doesn't have room. I'm doing it for this because I don't see the point, but I kind of don't like it. I like this and I like that. But then it's like, it's gonna be this, and then it's gonna end on the back. I don't like that. I don't like that very much. Whatever, we're gonna just do it. So, I meant to put the digipacks after the bot. Whatever, we'll do it this way. Where's Yang? Yang. Because the box is technically the limited version. So 10 and Hendery. Zaojun and Zaojun. And Hendery and 10. Okay. There we go. So that's gonna also help me save some pages, because again, I don't have that many pages. I don't know, we'll see how I like this, and I might go through and change the entire binder to like this, or I might just move these back. We'll see. I like this layout though. And whenever I do finally do OT5 ITZY, I'll do them like this. Which I might do OT5 for the upcoming comeback. Because I already did OT4 for Born to Be. It wasn't that hard. So we'll see. I'm not saying I'm going to do it yet, but we'll see. I'm thinking about it. I think it's going to be fun. But yeah, so let's talk a little bit about why I had to re-upload my July soaring photo card video. Because I'm stupid and deleted it. Yeah, so for some reason it was showing in my YouTube like twice. But I also was uploading my mail haul, which was an hour and some change, like a very long video. And I was posting that and it went up, but it was showing it twice. And instead of me being smart and just leaving it the hell alone, I decided to push delete upload, and it deleted not just that, deleted my mail haul, which I had scheduled all of my videos that have recently come out, like this past weekend that came out. I had scheduled all of those to post. We will work on the divider in a minute. Let's go ahead and move into Dream. I'm gonna kind of do like a count of how many fillers I need. But basically, I'm gonna start doing the fillers right now actually. I'm gonna talk about it while I do this. Because I do need to, I'm just gonna take the whole box out because I'm gonna need them all. But yeah, so basically what happened was I posted my mail video, my first ever mail haul, and it was a very long video. If you've seen it, then you know what I'm talking about. But I called it a movie because it was basically a movie. That's how long it was. So also, if you can hear my fan, I'm sorry, but it's like 100 degrees in here. I live in Florida, it's hot. But what are all of these again? These are NCT. Yeah, these are the main binder, right? Yeah, okay, that's what all of these are. These go into the big binder. Here I go again, not telling the story that I'm trying to tell because I'm too busy doing 900 other things. Anyways, I deleted it. That's basically the gist. I deleted it. So because I deleted it, I now had to re-upload it. And it re-uploaded at like such a weird time because it's like the beginning of this like series of videos I've been recording is when it's coming out. And it's kind of funny, but also like I literally started like not crying because it's a little insane, but like I was just so upset about it. I was like, are you serious? Like that was my most viewed video like ever. And I deleted it off my channel because I'm the brightest tool in the shed. Yeah, that happened. Anyways, enough on that. Do you need a fourth one? And I only need 3. I'm doing this because I don't want to make too many fillers because again, I don't want to have to cut more. I mean, I have a feeling I'm going to have to cut more anyways, but like I really don't want to. But it's looking like I'm gonna have to. Why did I not put a dividing filler here? I need one of these big ones in the back. I forgot I already had some with glue on them. Oh, because I started putting some sticky notes on it, and then I got really tired, and I was like, I'm going to bed. And boy, did I go to bed that night. You know what? We're just going to take a stack. I don't want to do this anymore. So we're just going to take a stack, and we're going to put some sticky notes on it, because I know I need a lot. And you know what? Sticky notes are sticky. Exactly that. They're sticky notes. They come off. I know you're lying. Oh, I know you're lying. I don't think I have enough blue sticky notes. Oh, okay, there's more down here. That's still not gonna be enough. But I also have these if I need them, so. Oh, there's some on the bottom of this too. There we go. So, I have an assortment. Okay, after a painstaking, like, I had to take like 3 different breaks. Here are the 127 fillers. And here are all of the fillers for Dream. Y'all, this was every single, I had to make more. I had to cut more note cards to do this. And you know what? We're still not done. Wish, I forgot about Wish. Let's go and make their fillers real quick. Okay, y'all, so we have all of the stacks done. So this is the 127 stack. She's pretty big. This is the Dream stack and the Wish stack. Again, Wavy's already set up. So we are now going to start with 127. We're gonna put all these fillers away. I'm gonna do this kind of live. I might speed up like in editing, but I'm gonna do this live for the most part. So yeah, I already set this up and this because I was trying to figure out like the order. But yeah, so I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about some random shit. So what made me want to do this? I'll show you. I have it right here on my iPad actually. It was this photo I saw the other day on one of my socials, my many socials, and it's right here. And it was like, imagine this is your alt groups, like visuals. So yeah, this photo alone inspired me to do OT. So that's what we're doing. It's honestly, I'm not mad about it. Like low key, I knew this was gonna come. I knew this was gonna happen the second I did the Wavy binder. The second I gave Wavy their own binder, it gave me this idea in the back of my mind. I was like, well, why don't I just split all of the groups off into like all the subunits off into their own binders? And then I was like, well, I don't have enough cards, like for, what about Wish? Then I leave Wish by themselves in the other binder. So, Wish are still gonna be by themselves in the other binder for now, but they're gonna be in there with full group. Because if I'm doing it correctly, there's, if I was to do this and this, that would be 18 of the 20 members. Like the 20 plus members. Or I could do some like really crazy pattern with it. I don't know. We'll figure that out. I don't know if I'm gonna collect, I think, because again, I only collect the yearbook cards for all of the members. For like the full group comebacks, I don't collect like the physical cards, but I collect like all the yearbook cards. So I think we could do that. I don't know if you guys can see, but for regular and irregular, I got lazy and did like the regulate route where I just wrote regular on one and then irregular on the other. Because writing those 2 words over and over again, like my shoulder was starting to hurt. Still is, like from like the repetitive motion of this. But yeah, I'm excited to actually start this journey. I am. This is not going to be something I finish quickly. That much I already know for sure. This is something I think is going to take me a very long time to finish. Especially these older albums. But also these are albums, like these albums in the front half, like basically everything before Sticker, I don't even want to worry about yet because I don't own the albums yet. And if you're new here, then you don't know. But if you're not, and you've been here for a while and you know me a little bit, I don't like to buy photo cards for an album if I don't have the album. Unless it's like one of the groups I casually listen to, because for some of my groups that I listen to, I like the members, I like the music, but I don't feel the need to go and buy the albums. You know what I mean? Like I don't see the point sometimes in buying the albums. Sorry, I'm plugging my iPad back in because it's on like 21%. But I don't see the point in buying some of these groups' albums when I don't like the whole group. Like, or if I like a comeback and only like a few songs, I don't see the point in buying the album anymore. Which I think is funny because this time last year, I was buying albums just to buy albums. A lot of the albums I own or have in my collection are albums that I bought just because, like, they had them at Target. And I wanted to own all the K-pop albums that they had at Target. Or I wanted to own all the ones they had at Walmart. Or all the ones they had at Barnes & Noble. And it's like, thankfully, I've now hit the point as a K-pop stan where it's like, I buy my olds and that's it. Like, LE SSERAFIM just had their comeback. Didn't even pre-order it. Didn't even look at album details. I looked at album details just to set up the binder. And even then, I'm still considering dropping a lot of my groups. Because there's a lot of groups that I'm collecting. I say collecting because how many times have y'all tuned into a storing photo card video or into like a sleeve with me video or a photo card haul, and it's like 80% NCT, like 5% Stray Kids, 2% ITZY, and then the rest is everybody else. Very often. Because I finally have decided to make the official like determination that NCT are my olds. Like, ITZY are still my olds. Like, ITZY are my olds of olds. But NCT as a whole is my old. Every time I get like my little like weekly music recaps or whatever, or those Receiptifies that I look at every week, I don't post them every week, but I look at them every week. NCT is always at the crime scene. It's always ITZY, Stray Kids, and NCT at the crime scene of my top 10. Whether it's, or sometimes it's twice. Like right now, Nayeon's firmly in the top 3 with ABCD. But my top 10 this week though is kind of very off because I don't have my 127 numbers. Because I think I mentioned it earlier in this video. I'm not quite sure. I'll find out in editing. But I kind of didn't listen to 127 after the whole situation happened. I kind of was like, I don't know. I couldn't bring myself to listen to the music because his voice was on it. But I listened to Two Baddies yesterday for the first time. And I genuinely just told myself, like, in my brain that was Doyoung. And guess what? It low-key probably really was. Because I don't know if you guys have seen, but they dropped the, like, walk behind the scenes, like, recording. And there's this that crazy high note at the end that we all thought was that who should not be named. We found out it was Doyoung this entire time. We found out it was Doyoung this entire time. And I thought for sure that was him. But it was Doyoung. Which makes sense because Doyoung's been the one covering all of his parts during his hiatus. When he was on hiatus last year. So, and Doyoung was eating them up. Now, I'm gonna need Spotify to drop, I'm gonna need SM to drop a live album or something of the Unity tour or something. I need those versions on Spotify now. Because I love me some good NCT live albums. Like, they did the live albums for all of the NCT units until, like, 2021. Like, I don't understand what happened. I was eating that up. Like, when they did the Origin. I may have not been here for the Origin era, but I still was eating up that live album. So far I'm gonna start this collection at Sticker and move forward. Just because it's like the oldest album I currently own. And so when I'm in LA, because again, I'm filming this on the Friday night before I go to LA. Because I wanna have it up on Monday, because after Monday I'm not going to post again until I come back from LA, which will be my LA vlog / my NCT vlog. I'm going to do 2 separate vlogs for my trip. One for like, oh, I'm in LA, and then one for like, this is the concert vlog. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 2 separate vlogs. One for the concert and then one for like just my regular trip. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys kind of want to see while I'm in LA. Oh, because I wanted to check to make sure I didn't have this Johnny, that's right. I wanted to make sure I didn't have Johnny's filler already for this 2 baddies card. I don't. Okay, so I just gotta make one real quick. No problem. Only problem is this is gonna be a slightly different color than the rest, because I'm out of those fillers. Yeah, I'm out of those colors. Like, I'm out of the green ones. In fact, that green one was my last one, so we might as well just balls to the wall and just do all different colors for Johnny. He's special for the Korean photo book. Then I have Doyoung Korean photo book. Then Ayo. So, 2 baddies was the first era I kind of was an N citizen for. It's like N citizen. Like, it was the era that I got, like, I first got exposed to NCT way back in 2022. So let me talk a little bit about my K-pop journey. So my K-pop journey actually started with Blackpink, of course. Blackpink and BTS way back in the day, way back like when I was still in middle school, and everybody was like listening to it and talking about it, you know. And I was one of those people that I was like, you guys are weird, K-pop is weird, I don't understand how you can like that, da 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 da. You know, those people. I was one of those. I was a K-pop hater. But then again, I look back on it, because I used to be so ashamed of myself for that, but I look back on it, I'm like, okay, but also the only thing I was being exposed to when it came to K-pop was BTS, and I didn't like the BTS music at the time. I didn't like the BTS music. Like, I kind of liked the Blackpink music. Like, I first heard of Blackpink during the Kill This Love era, which I think is when a lot of people did, because that's kind of when, like, they really blew up. Like, yes, they blew up with Doo Doo Doo, but they really blew up after with Kill This Love. And I think Doo 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 helped set the foundation for Kill This Love. Like, Doo Doo Doo, I think, became their most popular song after Kill This Love, if I remember correctly. Because I know that Kill This Love was the first song I heard. Because my niece, who's the same age as me, my niece, she loved that song. She actually is the one who, like, introduced me to K-pop, I guess, way back in 2019. And I used to make fun of her for, like, she used to do the Kill This Love choreo all the time. But all those years, though, like, Kill This Love was always in the back of my mind. Because it's a very catchy song, by the way. So anyways, so all of 2019, all of COVID, all of 2021, I knew about K-pop, but I was one of, like, a K-pop hater, if you will. Because I'm the kind of person that I don't like when things are shoved down my throat. So, and I'm about to say something right now that's going to probably upset some people, but, like, Taylor Swift. I love Taylor Swift. I actually like her music, but I haven't been able to stand her for the last year because everywhere I turn, she's Taylor, Olivia Rodrigo. Even Sabrina Carpenter a little bit these days. Like, sometimes it's just too much, and that's just my opinion. But I'm not saying anything about the artist because I like Taylor's music. I like Taylor Swift, but I cannot. Right now, I don't know I don't know how I feel about it because I feel like it's just everywhere I turn is Taylor. I know that this says Walk Crew card. It's because I accidentally made 2 crew card sets, but it's a podcast version. And now I don't have the sticky notes to change it out with. Oops. Anyways. But, so that's kind of how I felt about K-pop. And then 2022, like, and I think the thing too is I was a very big Ariana Grande fan. Like, I still am, don't get me wrong, but, you know, she's been a little inactive lately. Like, she dropped Eternal Sunshine, and we will forever be thankful for that album and everything it means to her and to us. But she kind of went MIA on us, and that's kind of what got me into K-pop. So that is everything for 127. Let's go ahead and put the fillers in for Dream. So anyways, I'm gonna keep talking. So let me move the fillers over. So Ariana kind of went MIA on us. So I didn't really have like a big like artist that I was really like streaming at the time like I normally was with Ariana Grande. Like all of basically 2017, like basically the entire time Ariana Grande's been a like. How the hell did I miss We Young? Okay, we'll fix that in a minute. Apparently I skipped an entire album. Anyways, but yeah, so I'm a really big Ariana Grande fan. Like, she's actually like my favorite artist of all time. And she always has been. Why do I have so many We Go Up? Oh, I did the same thing I did with that one set. That's why. I made 2 We Go Up sets, but this is actually We Young. I really was not paying attention while I was doing this. Like, I was, but I think it was just I was doing so repetitive that I kept messing up, and I just didn't fix it. This mark is crooked, and it's gonna bug me. There we go. That's not any better. Anyways. So, Ariana went MIA. So, 2022, it was like, I want to say like September, October. I was working at a different location than I work at now. I work for the same company now that I worked for in 2022. But I work at a different location now than I did. And one of my coworkers, him and his wife had played me, like, we were talking about K-pop. And, like, I was telling them, like, why I don't like it, this, that, and the third. Because he was playing BTS, like, one of their old songs from, like, Dark and Wild, I think is the album. I think it was, like, their very, like, it was back during their emo days, as I've seen people call it. But it was one of those songs from back then. So I was listening to it. And I was like, okay, this isn't bad. And then they were like, okay, so my old coworker, his wife is from New Zealand. So she follows Stray Kids because of Chan and Felix. Mostly because of Felix. So they like played me Maniac. And that's what made me go, wait, K-pop's not that bad. Because again, and I think this is kind of the thing that I think a lot of people, especially over here in America, I don't know about other Western countries, but over here in America, a lot of people I've had this conversation with have said the same thing. Like, the only thing we were exposed to were Blackpink and BTS, and that, like, if that's not your kind of music, then, and you're hearing it as, like, this is what K-pop is, like, it makes you not want to listen to K-pop, because it's like, that's not my kind of music, and that's how I used to feel. Now, if you look at my, like, Spotify or anything, like, it's all K-pop. Everything in my life right now is K-pop. And I didn't mean to become one of those people who's like, my life is K-pop. But it's like, it's such something I'm just so into that, like, and it's a very unique thing to me. Not like that, but because, like, I live in a suburb of Orlando, Florida. So I don't have that many, if any, K-pop friends, like, in IRL. I have a lot of K-pop friends that I've met either through YouTube or through Instagram or whatever. But, like, we don't have cup sleeve events here. Like, we do, but, like, I can never make it because they're always when I have to work, for starters. And second off, I don't know. But I've made it a point to myself that, like, next time I see a cup sleeve, I'm going to do whatever I can to get there. Because I want to go make some K-pop friends. I want friends that I can go travel to concerts with and all of that. Because, and this is where I'm really appreciative for the people in my life, like my mom and my best friend. Like, they try their hardest when I start complaining about K-pop related things. Like, they try their hardest to understand, but y'all know, like, if you're not into K-pop, you don't really understand it on that same level. But anyway, so I was watching Maniac with him, and then I started listening to some K-pop, like, when I got home from his house that day, because I had taken him home, and we had, like, hung out, we had dinner, whatever. And then I came home, and I was like, okay, let me give this another shot. So I started listening to some more Stray Kids songs, and there were some songs I was like, this isn't my vibe, and you know what, that's okay. Because the one thing I love about some K-pop groups is they'll make all kinds of different music for different people. But I was watching the Case 143. It was the Case 143 music video. And this was around the time that ITZY had dropped Cheshire. And I was like, okay, who's this? I was like intrigued. I was like, who is this group? Because they kept popping up as like suggested, because again, they're from the same label. So I was like, okay, let me see what this is about. Because Cheshire kept getting suggested to me like 4 times, as well as like sneakers. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me play it. So I played Cheshire, and immediately I fell in love. I fell in love with ITZY. Sorry, my iPad started talking to me. But I fell in love with ITZY on that first listen of Cheshire. So then I stopped listening to Stray Kids that day, and I started listening to some more ITZY, as well as Blackpink. And then Blackpink introduced me, I think, who was it? To TXT, which I thought was a really weird pipeline, and still to this day I think is weird. So I was like, okay, and I didn't really vibe with TXT because it suggested me Cat and Dog, and I was like, I'm good. Which is funny because Cat and Dog is one of my favorite TXT songs now. But I think that's because Cat and Dog is one of those songs that you have to be into K-pop long enough for your brain to get rotted. In not in a bad way, but like in a way that's like, you know, this is a fire-ass song. But if you just listen to Cat and Dog as someone who's not into K-pop, like doesn't know K-pop, then like it's a really weird song, I will admit. Wow, I really sucked at making fillers. Oh my god, I was rambling so much. Okay, there we go, I fixed it. So then, this was like around December 2023. And then I kind of started cooling off K-pop because it was Christmas time. So I was listening to all my Ariana Grande Christmas music, whatever. And then, it was like, I want to say like in January, I started listening to some K-pop again. But at this point, I had started adding some of it to my playlist. Which then, you know, kept cycling you through and whatever. And then I was noticing that like I was really, really into Stray Kids and I was really, really into ITZY. But this is when ITZY and Stray Kids were both still on their tour. So Stray Kids was on the Maniac World Tour and ITZY were still on the Checkmate World Tour. So honestly, it wasn't until after they both finished their tours that I got really, really deep into them because they were no longer on tour. And then Stray Kids dropped 5 Star, which was my first era with Stray Kids. That's right, I wanted to see if I had these fillers still for Chenla. I do. I have a candy filler for him still. Am I missing anybody else? Let's go back to the beginning. Am I missing anything? No. So, yeah. Am I missing an entire concept? Okay, I'll fix that later. I'm just doing a little flip to make sure I have everything in here correct. It's looking like I do so far. So Candy is the first air I'm going to work on for Dream. Candy Forward. So Candy, ISTJ, which is funny because I just finished ISTJ too. But then I decided not to do top 3 anymore and just do OT7. Okay, yeah, so everything's good in the Dream binder. So let's go ahead and move into the big binder where it's going to be a little chaotic. So let's go ahead and get into it. But I'm not even gonna cut here. I'm just gonna keep going. So where was I? Oh, I remember. I was on some tangent. So, oh, I remember the tangent. So it's like now I want to say like June 2023. Where am I putting Mark? Where am I gonna put Zaojun? That's right. I wanted to figure all of that out today, so we're gonna figure that out. But so Stray Kids dropped 5-star. ITZY dropped Kill My Doubt, and both of which were like my first eras with the groups, like as a stan. Yes, I put Lucas in here. Mind your business. It's my collection, not yours. If you don't want to put Lucas in your NCT collection, go have at it. I wanted to put him in mine, so I did. Again, it's not your collection, it's mine. Dojaejun and Wish are still in here. Okay. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, so one, we're gonna take Sion's card out. I will pull these out. Pull this out too. I'm gonna put that back with its solos. I was gonna keep them in order, but not anymore. I will keep the solos, but I'm gonna put the solos in order of actual like release. I need some pages, and to be honest, I don't know if I have. Oh, I have these two. Perfect. Just what I needed. 2 pages. Period. For Wish. Okay. So I already have this Sion photo card. Yushi. Riku. I need to make more fillers real quick. Actually, no, I need to go through the ones I already have and see which ones I'm going to still collect. Sakua, I also have his card. Glad I never sold that off. So that's everything for the Wish single album. Now I gotta do Songbird, which Songbird is an amazing song, by the way. Just saying. If you haven't heard it, go give it a listen. It's a fantastic song. I listened to the Japanese version because they're the Japanese group. I don't know, it just feels right to me. I have not bought any of these cards yet, even though they're cheap, because I want to get the letter version. I'm planning on getting it while I'm in LA. I want to see who I pull, and then, yeah. I'm not going to collect these for Jeno anymore. There we go. That's everything for Wish. I'm going to leave them in here. We're going to put the solos behind them still, though. And then for Dojaejun, I am just still going to collect just J. And then full group's going to stay like it is. I'm going to decide if I really want to collect all of their yearbook cards or not. We'll do that at a later date, though. This needs to come over to the side for now. I do need to put the solo divider back in because I am going to keep their solos. It's just a matter of what am I actually going to collect from the solos. So I have this all set up. So we're going to take this all out real quick, because I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to try and collect all of their solo cards. I know, I'm insane. Anyways, I'm only going to collect a 9 pocket per solo, though. I know, jump scare, jump scare. I don't know why I closed that. I need it open. Which is funny, because if you watch my if you watched Saturday's story and photo card video, I know I'm saying this like it's not Friday. It's because I already know what the next video is going to be. It's the story and photo card video. But, If you watched it, then you know that I really like took time to figure out which Lucas card I was gonna put in here. And now I'm not doing that anymore. Now I'm just gonna, because I decided like 2 weeks ago to not collect all the solos anymore. But if I'm gonna collect every member, I might as well collect the solos too. What do you think? Oh, that means I don't need this anymore. Yes, I do. Because there's still gonna be cards I collect for him that aren't gonna be solo related. I can take these out. I'm gonna keep the solos in order though. I know that much. So it's gonna go Shalala on 10. I'm gonna take these out actually. I wanted to get all of Jae-Hung's cards anyways, because I don't know if you guys have seen his photo cards. If not, they're going to be on the screen here. They are literally some of the best photo cards I've ever seen in my life. His album is genuinely probably Taeyong, I Love You, 10, I Love You, Lucas, I Love You, Everybody, I Love You. Jae-Hung definitely has released the best solo so far. Taeyong did a fantastic job with his last two, like with his two, but I don't know what it is. I don't know. Jae-Hung put his whole heart and soul into the solo, and you can feel it. And that's the kind of stuff I like. I like when you can feel the passion in a solo or in a project. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of projects these days that I feel like don't have that passion. If you know what I mean, then like you know what I mean. But if you don't know, then you don't know. But like, and that's not me trying to diss on nobody first off. Let me just clarify that real quick. Like, this is not me trying to diss on nobody. This is me just telling the truth. Like, sometimes you can just feel when there's no passion behind a project. And when I listen to Jae-Hung's album, I hear the passion. There we go. So I showed this to one of my YouTuber friends, but this is all of the NCT releases since Fire Truck. So the debut to now. Like albums that are albums. There's no Japanese on here. It's all just their regular, like, these are the albums that have physical versions that are NCT or NCT adjacent or have either current or former NCT members. So Super M's on here. So it's full group, 127, Dream, Dojaejeon, Wish, Wavy. Who am I missing? Rise is on here because of Sungchan and Sotoro. Dojaejeon, I already said that. Super M's on here too. So there is one Japanese release, and that is Wavy, because that's the only one I care about, because that's the one I'm gonna collect. Because, you know, Wavy is actually kind of my actual ult of NCT. So first up is going to be Shalala, which I'd hope so since it was the first album. Honestly, these cards I pulled and I was gonna put in the other binder, I'm not gonna do anymore because these are the 6 cards I actually liked the most anyways. So that worked out. Then it goes 10. So where are my 10 fillers? I just had them right here. That's a blank filler. So we're gonna put 10A, 10B, and C. So C is the S mini. So it's on 10, light on, and then S mini. I believe those are his album versions. Then it goes tap. What card is this? A mystery pack card? I need my Taeyong template, actually. Where is my soloist? Templates. Taeyong, there you are. Okay, so let's see. This is a flip scene. That doesn't look like it fits there. Since this is a mystery. Oh, that's why. Hold on. We'll reorganize this when I have all of the cards in front of me. But it's like that because I had set it up for that. Okay, that's why. So this is Mystery Pack C. This is this card right here in front of me. Flip Zine Blue Scarf is this last one. This one is peace sign. Then I'm missing one. And then when I have all of these cards, all 9 of them, we will restructure this out. And then I do need to go make more fillers for 10, but I don't have his template up right now. So then it's Lucas, who is right here. So for Lucas, I need to pull up his template, which is right here. Okay. And get all his cards. I know I need one of those digipacks. This goes here. Okay, let's go ahead and just take all these out. No, just these two. These two need to switch, actually. Then this one goes up here with photo book A. Then this goes here. Okay, so Lucas, I just need 2 cards for Lucas? Whoa, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Then we have Doyoung. I need his template, which is hiding from me. Go down and shut this whole city down. Found it. Okay. So I have Doyoung's last one. The reason I stopped collecting Doyoung and 10 and all of them is because like I wasn't finding the cards, and when I did, they were like extremely expensive. Like out of my price range expensive, but like they've come down now. I don't know why I didn't take that into account. And then next is Jaehong. Then after Jaehong would be Yuta when his solo comes out. So we will make fillers for 10 and Doyoung real quick. And I will go back to the Shalala template actually. Like I'll go back to Taeyong and see, do I want any more of these cards? I don't think I do, but the names I gave these are actually so funny to me. Yeah, actually these are all the cards I want. So yeah, that's good. And then for 10 though, Do I have a template for 10? I should. I'm so stupid. I don't have a template for 10 because I wasn't collecting 10. Okay, well, I'll do fillers for 10 off camera. I'll do the fillers off camera. So that's everything for that. Wish is set up. Now, so is Doja John. So we're gonna do that. So that's all done. Now is gonna be the fun part. That is setting up for all of my biases, like for the extra cards for the albums. And some non-albums for certain people. Like certain non-albums. Like if I really, really like the non-album card, then I'll buy it. But and then Zhao Jun will also go back here as well. And Lucas, because why not? Or maybe I should put these all behind everything. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll put all of this behind. And then one day in the future, whenever this binder gets full and I need to split it, we'll put them in their own binder. Because I have this dream of like one day I'll get this 2-inch, this big black, the big miscellaneous binder as I call it in all my storing photo cards videos and everything. Get it completely empty and then do it in a way that is more similar to, I don't know what happened to the English right there, but we're just gonna act like it didn't. But get it set up more for my top biases for their non-album collections. So yeah, I think that's gonna be everything for this video, honestly, because I don't know what else I want to do. Oh, I know. I don't have enough pages for all of that. I wanted to move all of my stuff I was going to collect anyways for these other members. I don't have any of these cards anyways, so I can do this another day. I need to order pages anyways, but I don't have the time nor the money to be ordering any pages right now. So we will put all of these to the side. I do have some of the cards, but we'll save that. We'll do like a part 2 to this video where we put all of these cards and those fillers away. But I need to get pages first. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and go to the outro. Okay guys, so that was everything for today's part 1 of this little video, 2 parts episode series thing. I found this ISTJ poster in my poster inclusion bag, so I put it here. I folded it down a little bit so it would fit. But anyways, that's everything for today's video. If you guys did enjoy this video, please like, comment, subscribe down below. Hit me up on all my socials. Where if you want to be on my Instagram, just a heads up, I do be spamming all day with like mostly NCT. So yeah, that's your disclaimer. Anyways, that is all for today's video, so I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Nothing is about being your number. You're 106 and I'm not